Good day, everyone. This is Tina, and I'll be conducting today's TOEFL orientation. So first, let's discuss the overview, the values, and the benefits of the test. To get started, kindly give us a like or a follow on our Facebook page, that is at toeic.princetonph, if you want to find out more updates and information about the test. Just a brief background about who we are. We are Princeton Assessments and Training Incorporation, formerly Hopkins International Partners. We are the Philippine representative of ETS to deliver the TOEFL test. ETS is an organization that develops and administers world-renowned standardized exams such as the TOEIC, the SAT, and the Praxis. Let me now present to you some of our partner schools. So as you can see, there are now a lot of universities who already adopted the use of the TOEFL test to ensure that their students are at par with international standards. However, we are not only limited to academic institutions, since we also have here our industry partners. These multinational companies equally recognize the importance of the TOEIC and the TOEFL test result, as it is now a part of their hiring or application process. Now let's learn more about the TOEFL test. So as you can see here, there are different tests that comprise the TOEFL assessment series, namely the TOEFL ITP, TOEFL Primary, and the TOEFL Junior. TOEFL stands for the Test of English as a Foreign Language. The TOEFL Junior is intended for ages 11 and above and specifically geared to middle grade students. So this will measure your English language skills in 4 key areas. That's the listening, language form and meaning, reading, and speaking. Lastly, the TOEFL Junior test is an objective and a reliable measure of the student's English communication skill. Now, aside from the TOEFL score that you will be receiving, which is already a valuable tool, you also have your Lexile score and CFR level. The Lexile score helps students find the right books at the right reading level. On the other hand, the CFR level or score will help you identify your language ability, and these scores are useful for international benchmarking, meaning you will be able to evaluate or check your level in comparison to a global standard. So what are the other uses of a TOEFL score? Once the score reports are received, it can be used to compare with the student's ability. Moreover, this is helpful in terms of global standards readiness and to utilize for admission in international universities. Now, let me share with you some of our clients who are also using the TOEFL test. So here we have SSIS Batangas and Southville, who showcases the TOEFL score or the TOEFL through a tarpaulin for prospective parents and visitors. Other universities such as St. Paul and UST also recognizes the importance of the TOEFL scores, so there is a regular feature either on websites or in school newspaper. The TOEFL assessment series is based on the age of the test taker rather than the grade level, since language is greatly influenced by the year of immersion and usage. So here you see the TOEFL assessment series and the CFR equivalent. So when we say CFR, this is a standardized framework or system used to describe or assess language proficiency levels. So the TOEFL Junior test range from A2 up to the B2 level. Now let's have the format of your TOEFL Junior test. So the test will be divided into 3 parts: listening, language form and meaning, and reading comprehension. So let me show you the test structure. So you have the sections on the left side, followed by the number of items. So you have 42 questions per section, your testing time. So the TOEFL Junior test will run for a total of 1 hour and 55 minutes rather. Score scale range of 200 to 300 points. So now I'll give you a breakdown of each section, starting with the listening test. So the listening section tests how well you understand spoken English. So there will be 42 items and you have 40 minutes for this section. Now, during the test, you will hear recordings of different talks and discussion. Then following each audio, you will hear a question or a number of questions. So what you have to do is choose the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. Let's take a look at an example.
Listen to a high school principal talking to the school's students.
I have a very special announcement to make. This year, not just one, but 3 of our students will be receiving national awards for their academic achievements. Krista Connor, Martin Chan, and Shreya Patel have all been chosen for their hard work and consistently high marks. It is very unusual for one school to have so many students receive this award in a single year.
What is the subject of the announcement?
That's the listening. Please take note that only the questions will be printed in your test booklet. Now let's have the language form and meaning section. So this test your ability to demonstrate proficiency in key language skills such as grammar and vocabulary in context. For this part of the test, you have 25 minutes and 42 items. Read each sentence and select the appropriate word or phrase to form a complete sentence. Let's take a look at an example. Last but not the least, let's have the reading section. So the reading comprehension section measures your ability to read and comprehend both academic and non-academic text. 42 items with 50 minutes to accomplish this part. After you read each passage, read the questions that follow and the 4 possible answers. So for the sample, so that's the format of your TOEFL Junior test. So again, quick recap. You have 3 sections, 42 items per section. So that's a total of 126. Your testing time, listening, that's 40 minutes. Language form and meaning, 25 minutes. Reading, 50 minutes for a total of 1 hour and 55 minutes. And then the score scale ranges from 200 to 300 points. Now, for the highest score, it will range from 600 to 900 points. So I hope we're clear with the format of the TOEFL Junior test. Upon the completion of your test, you will be given a certificate and you will also receive your score report. So this is a sample. You will see here your overall score for the TOEFL and then the breakdown of each section together with score descriptions. The validity of the test is for 2 years, and if there is a need for you to take the test again, it should be in between 28 days, so you'll have enough preparation and see significant changes in your test score. Now, if you want to find out more about the test, kindly visit www.ets.org/TOEFL Junior. So just a quick recap, the TOEFL Junior makes it easier for educators to help students improve their English skills. Now, let me emphasize that this is the most widely respected academic English that is recognized by 9,000 institutions in 140 countries with 27 million tests delivered to date. Now, some reminders for the exam. The TOEFL test will run for 3 hours. This includes the additional instructions by the proctor and the distribution of test materials. Please bring your school IDs with you. If no ID, present a proof of enrollment or a registration in your school. No need to bring your pens and pencils. We will be the one to provide that on the day of the test. For other concerns that you may have, please send us an email via helpdesk.hopkins@gmail.com. And that concludes our orientation. Thank you, everyone.